Hey guys, welcome to another Jamaican Tales video, a Jamaican living in Germany. In this video, I want to talk about my favorite thing about living in Germany. And as I would say in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. When I was considering where I should do my master's, Germany climbed to the top of my list, not just because of the free education and because of the language and the culture and all those things. One of the number one reasons was because of the location of Germany. I chose Germany because Germany is more or less in the center of Europe. And yes, this is one of my favorite things about Germany. It's just about the location of this country and how easy it is to get to just about everywhere else from this country. And even in the country, just how easy it is to move around. One of the very first things that kind of just made me fall in love with the location of Germany and just how accessible everything was because of the semester ticket. So most German universities, you can actually get a semester ticket which allows you to travel, for example, on all buses and trains within the city or the state, depending on which university. You pay once for the semester and you could travel on all buses, all trains, all trams, pretty much all modes of transport within the state. That's just amazing because I'm not even sure if there are other countries that actually do something like this. And I mean, the main reason for it is just so that students from wherever in the state can actually get to the university. But like for me, the added bonus was, hey, I can travel to just about everywhere in the state and I can visit all these different cities. Coming from Jamaica, where the mode of transport is usually you either have to have a car or you take the public buses. Passenger trains don't really exist in Jamaica. There was like a brief period in the last couple of years, but then that stopped. And so coming to Germany and having this possibility to just travel on the trains, it was like for me one of the most amazing things because I just love train travel because you have definitely much more space. And it's tend to be much more scenic than when you're traveling, for example, with a car. That's one of the main things I fell in love with about this country, just the possibilities to get to everywhere in this country using the trains. And you have so many different modes of transport, whether it's with the train, whether it's with the buses, taxis. I don't really take taxis in Germany. That's like way too expensive. I think I've only done that once actually, and I would never do that again because that was just way overpriced. You don't need to have a car to get to different places in this country. And in comparison to other countries that I've been to, where it's like if you don't have a car, then getting from one place to the next is just going to be a frustrating experience. I don't have a car, I don't even have a license. And so for me, that's the greatest thing ever to know that if I want to go to the farthest part of Germany, I don't need to worry because I can just jump on a train, I can just jump on a bus and I can find my way there somehow, or even a ferry or even a boat, depending on where it is. Even just the German train company Deutsche Bahn, yeah, I have a lot of experiences with Deutsche Bahn, both good and bad experiences. And of course, I mean, Deutsche Bahn isn't perfect and there's a list of things that are wrong with it, but I definitely, sometimes deep down in my heart, really, really appreciate and really love this company. The different ways that you can get around in this country are definitely exciting. I mean, just the Autobahn, the German highway, is most people know about it and that's all they talk about when they find out that, hey, I live in Germany. Like, oh, have you ever been on the Autobahn before? And like, yep, that's the most amazing experience for sure. Driving at these top speeds and yeah, just wondering if you're actually gonna survive it all. Something that I found really, really funny one day was that I was running somewhere and then I saw a sign that pretty much said, you know, that the road is damaged. And I was like, that's not just crazy that in Germany they actually put up signs to let you know that the road is damaged. And at the same time I just thought to myself, what would that be like if they did something like that in Jamaica? I mean, they would actually spend more money on these signs than actually fixing the roads. In Jamaica, this is a major problem that the roads sometimes they aren't fixed in a timely manner, so they just get worse. And then with the rain and all those different things, then you just have that just becoming a big problem. People's cars get damaged and so on. But yeah, in Germany, I don't really see that problem. Or when there is that problem, then there's a sign to tell you that, hey, the road ahead is damaged. Another cool thing about transportation by car in Germany is that you don't have tolls. And yeah, in Jamaica it's a different story because we had we had some major projects over the year to build highways connecting the major cities, and this was actually some investment from, I think, the Chinese government or something. And so we are paying tolls for these roads, and this is going to continue for the next couple of years. I don't even think it's going to ever stop. But, and this is also a debated topic in Germany, but I mean, I kind of find it cool that the state of the roads, they're actually really good, but at the same time, you don't have to pay for them. And within like other European countries, it's a different situation. As an avid cyclist, another thing that I really love about this country is that you can just get your bicycle and you can just go for a Farad tour. Sorry, you can just go for a bicycle tour. You can ride through the cities, and most cities they are kind of evolving so that you have dedicated lanes for bicycles and so on. So let's talk a bit about the prices of moving around this massive country. Now, I won't even talk about the cars because I don't have a car and I have no idea about the gas prices. Yeah, I know they're high, or maybe they're down, I don't know, whatever. But moving around, I find that to be actually relatively, not, I wouldn't say cheap, but the prices aren't really that bad. It also varies depending on which city that you're in and the offers that are available. But then based on the competition, based on the different offers and the different plans that are available, it's actually quite affordable, like for most people, I would say. There's something to this day that amazes me, and I still can't understand it sometimes, that you can actually spend more for a train ticket to get to the airport than what you pay for the actual plane ticket. Now, this has happened many times before, where I've flown, for example, to Italy for like 18 euros, and to get to the airport, to and from the airport, it would be at least 60 euros. Or even when I flew to Israel, and that's like a 4-hour flight, and I paid 30 euros round trip. And again, to get to the airport would have actually been double the price, or sometimes triple the price, depending on when you book. It blows my mind. For 2 hours on the train, you spend maybe 50 euros in comparison to a 2-hour flight where you can spend a quarter of that amount. Yeah, mind-blowing. But thankfully this summer there's this really cool opportunity in Germany to actually travel across the entire country. So you pay just 9 euros. Of course you know that I have this ticket and that I'm just going to be using it, and I'm just going to be exploring, and there are going to be a couple of videos coming up about that. Yeah, the country itself is very well connected, and what also amazes me, and something that I admire so much about Europe, is just how all these different countries are connected. And especially from Germany, where it's just so easy for you to fly to another country, for you to jump on a train for a couple of hours and you're in a completely different country. And it's just something that I will never get accustomed to. It's something that just continues to blow my mind, because coming from an island in the Caribbean where we don't have any close neighbors, and you still have to fly to get to Cuba, for example, you jump on a plane or you jump on a train for 1 or 2 hours and you're already in a different country. It's a different language, different types of food, the people are different, the culture is different. I can't get enough of it. I just can't get enough of it. And I really just find that so amazing that, yeah, you're living in Germany, but somehow you have access to all of these countries within Europe and also the rest of the world. Because from Germany, or even from some of these other European countries, it's like so cheap to fly to other countries. I've probably been to most of the major cities in Germany. There's just one state that I need to visit, and that's Saarland. Apart from that, I've been to pretty much all the other German states, and sometimes when I tell my German friends that, they're like, what? And they've been living here all their lives, but then for them it's not that interesting. And of course, it's a typical experience where, you know, you're familiar with something, so it's therefore not that special. And yeah, sometimes I kind of find it sad that, you know, they live here and they don't take this opportunity to just say, okay, let me just go and explore a different part of Germany. Let me go and explore this particular state. Sometimes it blows my mind that I meet Germans who have never been to Berlin. And I'm like, come on, this is the capital of your country and you've never been there? I mean, I don't know, that's just kind of crazy for me. Sometimes my friends are amazed that I actually know much more about the geography of Germany and like where different cities are, where different states are. I know all these things, and I don't know it because I actually learned about it in school. I know it from just exploring, from just sitting on a train, going somewhere, walking around, finding out new facts about a place. was because of Corona why I actually started spending much more time exploring more of Germany. Before, I would explore Germany, but it was not the number one priority. The priority was, okay, flying somewhere else. But then Corona kind of pushed me into this zone to like, okay, you can't go anywhere else, so time for you to explore Germany. This is an opportunity that I'll definitely continue to use because, I mean, Germany is a really beautiful country. I mean, from the beaches to the mountains. I mean, the beaches don't compare to Jamaica, but they're still beaches. And everything in between, I find it to be such an interesting country. And I just want to learn more and more about it, more about the culture, more discover more of the landscape, more about the people and the different things that make this country so amazing. If you're living in Germany or wherever you're living, actually, take the opportunity and just take a trip somewhere close by or even far away and just discover something new. We can continue the conversation down in the comments, so let me know what you think about the things that I've shared. What are your experiences, for example, traveling within your country or traveling to other countries? Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and see you in the next Jamaican Tales video.